Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Podcast.
I'm Lucy.
And I'm Tom.
Today, you will learn how to talk about your daily routine in English using simple sentences.
Your morning, your day, your evening. All of it in easy words.
One time, my English teacher asked me, "What is your daily routine?" And I only said, "I wake up, I sleep." That's it.
Haha, short, but not very interesting.
I know. My brain just stopped. I didn't know the words for the middle part of my day.
That happens to so many learners. But today, we fix it. Right now.
We will give you one simple formula. Use it every single day for the rest of your English life.
One formula, so many mornings, afternoons, and evenings.
Ready?
Here is the formula. Remember 3 small parts: morning, afternoon or work, and evening.
Morning, afternoon, evening. That is the whole formula.
We will build this step by step with easy examples.
And later, we will also learn special words like usually and always and sometimes.
These small words make your English sound much more natural.
Let's start with step 1.
Step 1. Talk about your morning.
You can say, "I wake up at 7.
Or, I get up at 6:30.
Wake up and get up are almost the same thing. Don't worry about the small difference.
After you wake up, what do you do?
You can say, "I brush my teeth."
Or, I take a shower.
Or, "I wash my face."
Then you can say, I get dressed.
This means you put on your clothes.
What is your morning like, Lucy?
I wake up at 7. I brush my teeth and I take a shower.
I wake up at 6:30. I wash my face and I get dressed quickly.
Quickly? Why quickly?
Because I am always late. Every morning I am running.
Ha! Same for me sometimes.
After you get dressed, what comes next?
For most people, next is breakfast. You can say, "I have breakfast."
Or, I eat breakfast at 8.
What do you usually eat, Tom?
I usually eat toast and I drink coffee. Simple, but it works.
I usually eat fruit and I drink tea.
Different breakfast, same idea. One simple sentence with a time word.
Let's practice together. Say it with me. I usually eat.
Now add your own breakfast.
Good job. You just made a real sentence about your morning.
Before step 2, one small tip. The word usually is your best friend for this topic.
Usually means this happens most days, but not always.
You can say, I usually wake up at 7. This means most days this is true.
You can also use always for things that never change. I always brush my teeth.
And sometimes for things that happen, but not every day. Sometimes I skip breakfast.
Usually, always, sometimes. 3 small words, big difference in meaning.
Good tip. Now let's continue. Step 2. Talk about your day, work, or study.
After breakfast, most people leave the house.
You can say, I go to work at 8:30.
Or, I go to school at 8.
Or, I go to university in the morning.
How do you go to work, Tom? By bus? By car?
I usually walk to work. It is not far, only 15 minutes.
I take the bus. It takes about 30 minutes.
Nice. You can read a book on the bus.
True. I love that part of my day.
Once you arrive, what do? You can say, I start work at 9.
Or, my classes start at 9.
In the middle of the day, most people have lunch.
You can say, I have lunch at 1 o'clock.
Or, I eat lunch with my coworkers.
What do you usually eat for lunch, Tom?
I usually eat a sandwich at my desk. Sometimes it's not very exciting.
I usually eat lunch with my classmates in the cafeteria. It's the best part of the day.
Ha, of course, because you can talk with your friends.
Exactly. Food and conversation together.
After lunch, you continue working or studying.
You can say, in the afternoon, I finish my work.
Or, I have more classes in the afternoon.
What time do you finish work, Tom?
I usually finish at 5 o'clock.
I usually finish my classes at 4.
Then we go home.
Step 3. Talk about your evening.
After work or after school, what do you do?
You can say, I go home.
Or, I go back home at 5:30.
Once you are home, you can say, I cook dinner.
Or, I have dinner with my family.
What do you usually do in the evening, Tom?
I usually cook a simple dinner and then I watch TV for a little while.
I usually have dinner with my roommate and then we talk about our day.
That sounds nice. A little conversation after a busy day.
It really helps me relax.
Do you do anything else before bed?
Yes, I usually read a book for about 30 minutes.
I usually listen to music or check my phone for a little while.
And then, finally, what time do you go to bed?
I usually go to bed at 11 o'clock.
I usually go to sleep a little earlier, around 10:30.
Wake up, work, dinner, sleep. That is a full day in simple sentences.
Now, let's put the whole day together, from morning to night.
Quick reminder before we continue. Our formula was morning, work or study, and evening.
Each part uses simple present tense and small time words like at 7 or usually.
You don't need fancy grammar. You only need clear, simple sentences in the right order.
The 3-part formula is enough for almost any conversation about your day.
Good. Now let's add a few more useful words for extra detail.
Step 4. Use sequence words to connect your sentences.
Sequence words help your story flow smoothly like a real story.
You can say, first, I wake up.
10. Then I brush my teeth and take a shower.
After that, I have breakfast.
Next, I go to work.
Finally, I go to bed.
First, then, after that, next, finally. 5 small words, big improvement.
Let's try it together. Listen to my full morning routine with sequence words.
Go ahead, Lucy.
First, I wake up at 7. Then I brush my teeth and take a shower. After that, I have breakfast. Next, I get dressed and go to school.
That sounds so much better. It really flows like a story.
Thank you. Now you try, Tom.
First, I wake up at 6:30. Then I wash my face and get dressed quickly. After that, I eat toast and drink coffee. Next, I walk to work.
Perfect. See, it's not difficult. Just add the small connecting words.
Step 6. Talk about your weekend or your days off.
Your weekend routine can be very different from your weekday routine.
You can say, on weekdays I wake up early, but on weekends I wake up late.
Late here means not early, maybe 9 or 10 o'clock.
What is your weekend like, Lucy?
On weekends, I usually wake up at 9, then I relax and paint for a few hours.
On weekends, I usually wake up at 8, then I play soccer with my friends.
Do you cook different food on weekends too?
Yes, on weekends, I usually cook a bigger breakfast like eggs and pancakes.
That sounds delicious. I usually go out for brunch with friends on Saturdays.
A different routine for a different day. That is completely normal.
Weekdays are usually busy and structured. Weekends are usually relaxed and free.
This contrast between weekdays and weekends is a great topic for conversation.
People love to ask, what do you do on weekends? Now you have an answer.
Step 6. Talk about how often you do things.
Sometimes people ask, how often do you exercise? Or how often do you cook?
You can use words like every day, twice a week, or once a month.
You can say, I exercise every day.
Or I go to the gym 3 times a week.
Or I clean my apartment once a week, usually on Sunday.
How often do you exercise, Lucy?
I go for a walk almost every day. It helps me think and relax.
I play soccer twice a week on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
These frequency words add so much detail to your daily routine story.
They also help people understand your habits, not just your actions.
For example, I sometimes cook dinner sounds very different from I always cook dinner.
One shows a habit, and one shows something occasional. Small words, but they change the whole meaning.
Try adding one frequency word to every sentence about your day. It makes a big difference. Step 7. Put it all together.
Now, let's make one full daily routine using our formula and our extra tools.
Remember, the formula is morning, work or study, and evening.
Add sequence words like first, then, and finally.
Add frequency words like usually, always, and sometimes.
Listen to my full example. I usually wake up at 6:30. First, I wash my face and get dressed. Then, I eat toast and drink coffee. After that, I walk to work and I start work at 9. I usually have a sandwich for lunch. In the afternoon, I finish work at 5. Then I go home, cook dinner, and watch TV. Finally, I go to bed around 11.
Now listen to my example. I usually wake up at 7. First, I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then I have breakfast, fruit and tea. After that, I take the bus to school and my classes start at 9. I usually eat lunch with my classmates. In the afternoon, I finish classes at 4. Then I go home, have dinner with my roommate, and read a book. Finally, I go to sleep around 10:30.
See, we used many small parts, but it still feels natural, like a real story.
Nothing feels rushed. Nothing feels like a list.
That is the perfect balance between simple and interesting.
You don't need perfect English, you just need clear, simple sentences in a good order.
And a few connecting words help a lot too.
Step 8. Practice time.
Now, it's your turn.
Answer these questions in your head or write them down.
Question 1. What time do you wake up?
Question 2. What do you do in the morning, first, then, and after that?
Question 3. What do you do for work or for study?
Question 4. What do you usually eat for lunch?
Question 5. What do you do in the evening before bed?
Question 6. How is your weekend different from your weekdays?
Now, put your answers together using our formula.
Morning, work or study, evening. First, then, after that, finally.
Say it out loud, in front of a mirror, or while you make your coffee, or while you walk to work.
This is the best practice, speaking out loud again and again, every single day.
Your brain remembers better when you speak, not only think.
So don't be shy. Try it right now after this episode.
Let's review everything one more time, very quickly.
Your morning routine. Wake up, brush your teeth, breakfast.
Your work or study routine. Go to work, lunch, finish work.
Your evening routine. Go home, dinner, relax, sleep.
Sequence words. First, then, after that, next, finally.
Frequency words. Usually, always, sometimes, every day.
And your weekend routine, which can be completely different.
6 small parts. One simple, natural story about your day.
But remember, you only truly need 3: morning, work, and evening.
The rest add slowly over time as you feel more confident.
Maybe you only choose 3 parts today. That is perfectly okay.
Next week, maybe you add sequence words and frequency words too.
Learning a language is not a race. It's a walk, one small step at a time.
I love that idea.
Before we finish, let's talk about why this topic is so useful.
Daily routine is one of the most common topics in English classes and in real conversation.
New friends ask, "What is your typical day like?"
Coworkers ask, "What time do you usually start work?"
Even a doctor might ask, "Tell me about your daily routine," to understand your habits and your health.
And a new roommate might ask, "What time do you usually wake up and go to bed?" This helps you plan your life together.
And in a job interview, they might ask, "Tell me about your daily schedule."
One topic, so many situations, just like our last episode.
If you learned this one skill, you can use it in your classroom, at your job, and with new friends.
So remember, keep it simple
Use the formula.
and add small details to make it your own.
A real story about a real day always sounds better than a boring list.
So true.
So here's your challenge right now.
Pause this video.
And say your own daily routine out loud using our formula.
Morning, work or study, evening. First, then, finally.
Go on, try it now. We'll wait.
Did you do it? Great job. I'm proud of you.
That's it. You just described your whole day in English. That's a real achievement and a skill you will use forever. Well, I think our time is almost finished for today.
Time goes fast when the topic is fun.
It really does. This was a great episode.
It was. Before we go, we have one more small favor to ask.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to English Podcast.
And give this episode a big thumbs up, a like.
It really helps other learners find our podcast.
And please share it with a friend who is also learning English.
We want to help as many people as we can, one small routine at a time.
And now for your homework and our question of the day.
Go to the comment section below.
Write your own daily routine, just 3 or 4 short sentences.
For example, I usually wake up at, I go to, in the evening, I...
You can write anything you want.
We would love to read your comments and learn about your day.
It will be so much fun reading everyone's daily routines.
Thank you all so much for listening today.
Thank you all. It was a pleasure as always.
Stay safe and keep practicing.
We will be back soon with another fun episode.
And remember, morning, work, evening. That's your formula forever.
Goodbye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Lucy.